Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Los Angeles Clippers. And things about ready to get going as we turn it over to Kevin Harlan, who will be making the call at Staples Center.
It's the home of the Clippers here in Los Angeles as 2K Sports presents our action live from the Staples Center. A quick check out the starting five for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Chris Paul.
Well, you know, one of the toughest commodities to find in this league, Kevin, is a great point guard, not only on the floor, but off the floor. Chris Paul is a model leader. He's a guy who is probably as talented as any point guard in the league, but his leadership qualities, I think, put him over the top.
You know, it isn't just the inspiration off the court or making big-time baskets. I mean, the way he passes is infectious to his team. I mean, it's contagious, and it usually ends up permeating the whole team. Same goes for his defense. I mean, he'll come up with that big steal and can completely change the momentum with the kind of plays he can make at both ends of the floor.
Looking at their last game for the Los Angeles Clippers, it was a win against the Indiana Pacers. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Crawford's shot is good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
From deep, Walker. That's good. Walker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Crawford with the ball. He had 16 points in the win against Indiana. Ball outside. Goes up on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good. Last outing for Charlotte. They won that game against the Brooklyn.
Oh! Unbelievable.
How do you do that?
Unbelievable what I'm seeing here. Is this the dunk contest?
Hey, this one counts, Clark. Believe me, what confidence to attempt the alley-oop to himself.
He just couldn't resist, could he? Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
There's the dish to Kid Gilchrist. Back to Walker. He kicks it to Stevenson. Pass to Walker. Here's the three. That ball. High speed that time from Stevenson. 6 points for Kemba Walker.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hornets ahead. They lead by 3.
Coming up Thursday, December 11th, Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they've put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
Redick and Dudley filling out the perimeter. Glenn Davis out there with Spencer Hawes, and it's Farmar in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers. So much of Charlotte's struggles the last few years can be attributed to small things, but they cleaned up one of them last year. They rarely got themselves in foul trouble. They defended really solidly under Steve Clifford.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, interestingly, guys, Blake Griffin is not one to retaliate for the hard fouls he takes, and some have taken that for a sign of weakness. Coach Doc Rivers said, "That soft label, I don't get it. Guys come in and get their tails kicked. He's more physical than they thought, and they take it personal. What they don't realize is he's not that guy. He's not what they think he is." Kevin?
He doesn't back down, Doris, but he keeps his composure. Thank you.
Taking a look at some stats on Charlotte last year in regards to fouling, this team committed the second fewest fouls in the league overall.
He dishes it to Redick. 5 on the clock. They get the rebound. Davis kicks to Dudley. Pass to Farmar. There's a screen. Charlotte making a switch. Now here's Reddick. T right on him. Pocket 6. Now the pass to Griffin. And Reddick kicks to Bullock.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle the block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And you look at the numbers, guys, this team shot a 73% clip over the course of last season.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Neal dishes to Henderson. Lets the three fly. Buried it just in the nick of time.
He sure did. Right on cue. Man, was that major drama. He loves those situations, though.
Boy, that was big time. Knew exactly how much time he had left. Squared up and let it.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Good quarter for Henderson. He has 8 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Inside, you have Vonleh and Jefferson. Stevenson is the 2 with MKG the 3. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. So you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They have to grind out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material. But they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
He hits the second from the line.
And with the Clippers, I think a big part of how they can grind out a win, if need be, is that they know how to get to the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
Well, one way or another, the Clippers, as you said, they'll find ways to score points, even if it means selling a call or two. But you do what you need to do to get wins, and most players are open to that.
Charlotte was not bad on the road last season. They had some good road wins, much improved now from where they were in years past, but still some room for improvement.
And, you know, you go back to the year before when Charlotte had the worst road record in the league. Last year, just leaps and bounds ahead of that. And a lot of credit to that coaching staff and also those young players growing up and maturing a bit.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you. Yeah, Charlotte's 18 road wins tripled their total from 2013. But you knew, Steve, they would be better overall.
Well, really, it was their ability to tread water out on the road that gave them that 7th spot in the East. It shows you how important it is to get road wins.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. He feeds it to Stevenson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Stevenson's got 4 points in the quarter.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Barnes passes to Paul. Griffin drops in the layup for 2. Griffin's got his second basket.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Here's Stevenson. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford. Throws it from deep. No luck. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Hornets lead by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time.
Tune in next Thursday, December 11th. Kevin.
And the final period of play just about to start. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Charlotte.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Clippers right now, Crawford and Barnes filling out the wings. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Paul in at the point guard. Clippers trail by 10. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Stevenson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Al Jefferson.
Well, everybody knows around the league that if you get in Blake Griffin's way when he has a head of steam going, you're going to end up on his poster at some point. So since coming into the league, I think he's become as intimidating a player as we've seen.
I agree. It's just not posterizing people either, Steve, although he does a bunch of that. When he gets a steal and has a free lane to the basket on a breakaway, there's a good chance the crowd's going to see a mini dunk contest from Blake.
Blake Griffin hits them both. Now here's Stevenson. Back to Jefferson. Deflects the pass. And Walker kicks to Stevenson. Nice D from Crawford.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And the Hornets making a change here. Henderson's checked in. Here's Paul. Leads him in there. Rejected by Jefferson. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Barnes dishes to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Read it with the bucket.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Hornets leading by 5. Feeds it to Henderson. Left side, Kid Gilchrist. Drains the 19-footer.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Clippers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Barnes passes to Paul. Kicks to Reddick. From deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They've led by as much as 10. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. Now, Kid Gilchrist. Dishes it to Vonleh. The kick out to Walker. Charlotte moving the ball around. Henderson, no good. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Nope, this one is sealed and delivered.
Now you just want to forget about this one, move on to the next game, and you got to try to get better in practice.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
Charlotte making a switch here. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're losing by 6. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, there's a little bit of time here to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Very much so. Either way you cut it, they're going to need a pair of threes and some help at the other end as well.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, with the game out of reach, intentional fouls don't mean anything. It's just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
I agree with you, Clark. It just doesn't really compute at this point.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and polish it off.
And so it's Charlotte with the win.